everyone. I hope you're all okay today, and if you're not feeling well like myself, going through a bit of an RA flare-up, so feeling a bit tired, but I wanted to come on with my little Beatrix and do my Sunday discussion for you today. And I wanted to change her into this lovely sleeper that her auntie Sharon sent for her. It's a petite bateau brand, and it's cream. Let me just see if you're focusing on it. It's cream and it's got little bouquets of pink flowers with green leaves and a lovely little lace collar. Very pretty, so thank you very much for sending this for her, and I will see if this fits her. She's been having a bit of tummy time because she's a tiny baby and she does tend to suffer with her tummy ache. So we've been doing that this morning. Just have a drink of I've got my cup of coffee today to try and wake my head up a bit. And what I was asked to discuss was jobs that I've had. So come on, Beatrix, come on, baby girl. Here she is, my gorgeous girl. I've had a lot of jobs, a lot. Always kept busy, retired early at 50, and then got RA when I was 51, so not much of a retirement really, but never mind. But yeah, I always kept busy, always. Hope you're seeing her all right. It's another dark, old, wet day out there. My first job, let's just move that, darling. My first job was in an electronics factory. I was studying for my O-levels, and my mum and sister decided, I was 15, and they decided it was time I left school. I was at grammar school, and they got me a job in the same factory that my sister was working in, and just literally came and told the headmistress that I was leaving. So that was that kind of thing. There you go, darling. Which I wasn't very happy about because I wanted to go on to higher education, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, so the first job I got was in the same factory as my sister, and that was, come on little girl, she's so cute, and that was, we used to make printed circuit boards, and my sister used to drill the holes in the boards, and I used to put the components in, the diodes and resistors and capacitors and everything. It was like a big jigsaw puzzle. I was given like a kit that I had to put onto the board, and a plan, and I used to do that. It was very enjoyable actually. I didn't mind doing it at all. Come on, sweetheart, let's just put this down for you. And yeah, so I used to do that, and then once you put everything in, you used to have to solder it into place. So yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It was you know, an enjoyable job, so I was, you know, happy doing it. And then I got married and had children, and then I used to do lots of jobs in between the children being at school and wherever I was in the world, you know, cleaning jobs, looking after other people's children jobs, and that kind of thing. I was even a batwoman for a colonel's wife. They usually have batmen, but I was a batwoman. I used to do all her cleaning up after parties and organising parties and things for her. So yeah, that kind of thing. And then I got, once boys were older, You know, I was an Avon lady as well. I did that, you know, to get some money in for little treats for the boys and that. So I did that, and then the first like main job I had was I got a job as a telephonist on a army switchboard, and that was the old switchboards that had the long plugs that you had to plug in with the lead on them. That was really interesting. I enjoyed doing that. I did that for a few years, and then I did a receptionist job in an insurance company when I came back to the mainland. Then I went back into the electronics field and did more electronics, making PCB, printed circuit boards. And then I worked in a factory making the keyboards for computers, putting those together. So I did that. There we go, Beatrix. And I think this is going to be a bit roomy on her, but it's not too bad. It's a bit big, isn't it, darling? It's a bit big, but we'll tuck it round. There we go. And what did I do after that? I got a job in a bank. I went for an interview for Abbey National, as it was. It's now Santander. And I worked there. I didn't think I'd get it. I was so shocked when I got it. And I worked for them for 6 years, a long time. Got right up to customer service manager there. So yeah, enjoyed doing that most of the time. The public could be a bit difficult at times. There we go, darling. Let's just check you're all right. Just pull this down a bit for her. It's a bit roomy on her, but it's not too bad. There she is. Little cheeky girl. And where's those sweet fingers? Where's those sweet fingers, baby? There she is. Oh, she's so cute. So there it is. It's a bit roomy on her, Sharon, but it's not too bad. A bit baggy, but plenty of room to grow in it. So I worked in the bank. But before I worked in the bank, I had a job in a chemist shop. And then I had a job in a ladies' dress shop. And that was like part-time before I got the bank job. Let's swig of my coffee. And then, there we go, sweetheart. I'll just put your hair down. And then I got a job after the bank. I got a job in Bupa's call centre, and I was on the telephones. Used to talk to some Hollywood stars on there as well. But can't say who, obviously, but I did. You know, just for illnesses, you know, booking them in to see people. There we go. There she is. I'm not going to put anything on her hair today. I'm going to leave her like that, I think. Just wrap her up because it's a bit chilly. So I worked in the call centre. Enjoyed doing that. It was very interesting. I worked there for 3 years and then I took early retirement. So those were the kind of the jobs that I did. So all sorts of things, as you can see. Just give you a close-up of this beautiful girl. There she is. She's got her doo-doo now. Bless her. Just lighten you up a bit. And the other part of the question was, what would I have liked to have done? Well, as you get older, you realise what you probably would have liked to have done. But as a schoolgirl, I was kind of hoping to get my exams and get to be a teacher. That was kind of what my aim was, because I've been like sort of teaching my younger brother and sister. So that kind of appealed to me. Or a nurse. But the trouble with being a nurse is I find that if people are sick, I am as well. I can't bear the smell of it. So I thought, well, that's not a career I could ever go into. So teaching probably would have been the main thing for me. I would have liked to have done that. Or, of course, as I got older and had my boys, I thought I started learning more about midwifery, and I would have loved to have been a midwife. I really would. And that's something I wouldn't have minded training for in later life, you know. Never happened, but yeah, a very interesting career. And watching programmes like Call the Midwife, of course, always makes you think, oh, that must be a lovely job. I mean, it has heartbreak as well, but yeah. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed listening to me chatting about what I would have liked to have done and what I did do. And yeah, I'll be interested to hear what jobs you've done in your comments. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments on my book that I'm starting. I'm glad that it drew a lot of you in. It was part fact, part fiction, because obviously you can't remember all the details from when you were little. But yeah, and of course, to a child, a lie isn't the big thing it is when you get older. I mean, I'm sure there was a very good reason why my mum did what she did, but I never did find out why. But as a child, you take it totally different, don't you? So, you know, my parents had a lovely, long, happy marriage. They were married for 60 years. So it wasn't anything like that. It's just a child's perspective on the situation. So you have a good rest of your day. Beatrix is going to say, mwah, big kiss to my godmother, Lucy. Mwah. And big kiss to all my sisters out there. Love you, ladies and gentlemen. Mwah.